everybody, I am Attila Tanner. Welcome to a brand new video of NextEra. I hope you're all doing well. It's been about 3 weeks since the last video, so we are due for an update. Many companies has reported their quarterly results, so we're going to go over them, some of them in the highlights section. Then we're going to go over the regular report where we go over the US market, Canadian market when it comes to value stocks, dividend stock, growth stock, and Pricey stock. All right, let's start with the highlights. Apple reported a minus 3% sales decline year over year for them, and so our target rate for them has been lowered to $133. They're trading higher than that at the moment. Amazon reported a 9% year over year sales growth. Our target rate for them has also been lowered to $116, so there is a slight upside for Amazon. Google reported a 3% year over year sales growth. Target rate for them is increased to $95. They are trading a little bit higher than that at the moment. JP Morgan reported an impressive 25% year-over-year sales growth. Target rate for them has, however, been lowered to $149, and they have a little bit of an upside for JP Morgan. All right, let's look at other companies who reported. Meta reported a 3% year-over-year sales growth. Target rate for them has been increased to $131. However, they are trading much higher than that. Microsoft reported a 7% year-over-year sales growth. Target rate for them has been increased to $262, and they're trading a little bit higher than that at the moment. PayPal reported a 7% year-over-year sales growth. Target rate for them remains at $99, and there is an upside for PayPal. Tesla reported a 24% year-over-year sales growth. Target rate for them has been increased to $260, so there is a good upside for Tesla. All right, that was some of the highlights. Let's go into the regular reporting in US and start with the value stocks there. Taiwan Semiconductor moves up to spot number 1 and trade places with Exxon Mobil, spot number 2. JP Morgan remains in spot number 3. Here we're looking at high market cap companies with low price to earnings, so-called stable companies to have in your portfolio. Dividend stock in the US market, Verizon is number 1. AT&T is number 2 and Tencent is number 3. Growth stocks in the US market, NIO remains at spot number 1. NextEra Energy is a newcomer at spot number 2. They had 132% year-over-year sales growth while the stock price had gone down 9%. US Bancorp also is a newcomer at spot number 3, 28% year-over-year sales growth while the stock price had declined 32%. Charles Schwab and Li Auto, who was in the list before, is out from top 3. So when we do this list, we are looking at sales growth for a company year over year, or comparing it also with the stock price growth during the same time period. We also extrapolate to current date when we run the report just to get a more accurate reading. We balance the list by looking at also a price to sell ratio for a company. So in case they have a very high price to sell ratio, it will be a little bit penalized. So those 3 here are the most attractive one. At the bottom of the same list of all the companies is the ones I consider pricey. So Blackstone is there. They are moved up to spot number 1 despite their report. They had the sales decline of 73%, while the stock price had declined 31%. The trade places with Vroom, who drops down to spot number 2. They're going to soon report, and we will see if they will remain here in this list. Moderna reported, and they are now in the pricey list after their sales declined 69%, and the stock price had gone down 8% during the same time period. Nvidia, who was in the list before, is out from top 3. All right, that concludes the US. Let's dive into the Canadian market. We start with the value stocks there. Royal Bank is number 1, TD Bank is number 2, and Canadian Natural Resources is number 3. Dividends in the Canadian market, Tourmaline Oil is number 1, Algonquin Power and Utilities is number 2, and Enbridge is number 3. Growth stocks in the Canadian market, Boralex moves up to spot number 1. Trade places with Air Canada, who drops down to spot number 2. Both of those companies will eventually report, maybe next report we will have an update for them. Vermilion Energy is a newcomer in spot number 3. They had a sales growth of 10% year over year, while the stock price had been up 51%. Kinross Gold, who was in the list before, is out from top 3. Pricey ones in the Canadian market, Franco-Nevada is spot number 1 after the report. Their sales declined 12%, while the stock price was down 1%. Wheaton Precious Metals also retains their spot number 2. After their report, sales decline of 24% year over year, while the stock price was up 9%. Both of Franco-Nevada and Wheaton Precious Metals has high price-to-sell ratio. Tech Resources remains also in spot number 3. Sales declined 18% year over year after the report, and the stock price was down 2%. All right, this concludes the report for this time around. Thank you so much for watching. Always gather a lot of information before jumping ahead purchasing stocks. Meanwhile, until next report, hopefully in 2 weeks' time, you can follow us on NextStock YT for YouTube. And whenever there is a earnings result from a company of interest, I will tweet it out so you can get an early sneak peek before the next report. All right, until next time, take care. Bye-bye.